Today's Storehouse Storytime is brought to you by Book Your Way Travel, now offering a 3-day Bahamas vaccinated cruise for July 2022. Hi friends, and welcome to Storehouse Storytime. I'm Ronnie, and today, you guys, we want to reintroduce you to our friend Franklin. Who remembers our friend Franklin? Today's story is Finders Keepers for Franklin by Paulette Bourgeois and Brenda Clark. You guys, let's get into it. Let's see what Franklin has gotten himself into these days. Franklin could count by twos and tie his shoes. He was good at seeing things that others missed. Once, Franklin found a lucky 4-leaf clover. Another time, he found the keys that his mother had lost. But one day, Franklin found something so special. Franklin was walking in the park when he spotted a flash of blue. Something was lying by the side of the path. "Oh," said Franklin, picking it up, "a camera." He had never found anything so wonderful before. Franklin looked through the viewfinder. He imagined he was a photographer just like Grandma, who took last summer's pictures. "Say cheese," he said. Franklin pretended to click the clicker. Then he noticed that somebody had already taken one picture. As soon as Franklin got to the park, he showed the camera to his friends. "Wow," said Moose. "Is that yours?" "Well, not exactly," Franklin said. "I found it." Beaver shrugged. "Well, finders keepers," she said. "Well, I looked, but there's no name on the camera," said Franklin. "Then it's yours," insisted Beaver. "It's not like stealing," said Moose. "You found it." Still, Franklin knew he wasn't allowed to keep things that didn't belong to him. He decided to find the owner later. Just then, Beaver made a funny face. "That's good," said Franklin, and he snapped a picture. Me too," cried Moose and Rabbit. Before he knew it, Franklin had used the rest of the film. Franklin took the film out of the camera and put it in his marble bag. "I'll have to get more film," he said. "Are you keeping the camera?" asked Moose. Franklin looked surprised. Uh-oh, you guys. "Whoops, I almost forgot that it wasn't mine," said Franklin. "I'd better find out who lost it. Maybe the owner will be mad because you used the camera," Beaver said. Franklin gulped. "I hadn't thought of that." Uh-oh. Now Franklin wasn't sure what to do. He didn't like it when someone was angry with him. Franklin thought for a while. After his friends left, he put the camera back where he'd found it. "That's better," he sighed. "Now nobody will be mad at me." Franklin went home and ate a nice supper. And after supper, Franklin's father wanted to play marbles. When Franklin opened his marble bag, the film rolled out. Uh-oh. "What's that?" asked Franklin's father. Said Franklin. His father waited patiently. Finally, Franklin blurted out the whole story, finding the camera, using it, and then putting the camera back. "So you used something that didn't belong to you?" asked his father. "Well, not on purpose," answered Franklin. "It just sort of happened." "What do you think should happen now?" said his father. Franklin thought and thought. "Maybe we could get the camera and try to find the owner," he said finally. So Franklin and his father got the camera, made signs, and posted them in the park. You guys, this is where Franklin's father and Franklin are posting the flyers in the park of the missing camera, or of the found camera found there in the park. Nice, right? They waited a whole week, but nobody claimed the camera. Then they went to the police station and told the officers that they'd found a camera. Still, nobody claimed it. Franklin took the film to be developed. He bought a new roll of film with his allowance and popped it into the camera. The next day, the pictures were ready. Franklin held up a photo of Raccoon's family. "I know who owns the camera," he shouted. Raccoon must have taken a picture just before he lost the camera, and he's been away, so he didn't see the signs. Franklin returned the camera to Raccoon and apologized for using his film. What a good friend, you guys. Raccoon wasn't mad at all. He was so happy to have his camera back that he shared his snack with Franklin. "Cheese," said Franklin, smiling, and Raccoon snapped a picture. The end. What a cool book, you guys. That reminds us of how when we found something that's not ours, we have to return it to the rightful owner. You know, they may be really upset or really sad that they've lost their belongings. So it's the right thing to do to just give it back to who it belongs to, right? I know you guys are going to do that. That's super cool. Great story, great book. We love our friend Franklin. Thank you guys for an awesome Storehouse story time, you guys. Until next time, have a fantastic week.